Hey, everybody. Chris Meets here with AnywherePOD. Thanks for taking some time to join us today. We have a very special live stream in store for everybody today and excited to get started and get into it here. Before we do that, let me know down in the chat that you guys can hear and see me okay. Make sure everything is coming through correctly. Hey, Patty, Kimian, I see Eva in the chat. Sabrina, awesome. Egypt in 5 minutes from Las Vegas. Very cool. Very cool. Sounds like I'm coming through okay. Very awesome. Excited to be here with everybody. Quick rundown of today's agenda. As you guys know, we have a special guest that I'll bring on here in a minute. I'm going to cover some information with Printify. Then we're going to have a quick demo for you guys of AnywherePOD and how you can build some trending Christmas ornaments that are personalized. We're going to run through a quick demo of that. And then, of course, we're going to spend as much time as we can. And as you guys have questions, doing a Q&A. So have those questions ready throughout. We're an open book and look forward to the question and answer portion of this. So without further ado, as I said, we have a very special guest today. He's a Printify expert, all-around great guy and POD expert. I'm going to bring on Martin here from Printify, and we'll get things rolling.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Chris. Hi, everybody out there. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I get to talk about two of my favorite subjects. I get to talk about selling personalized products and selling during Q4. So I'm excited.
Yeah, what can be better than that? Thank you for taking some time to share with us and the group today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I love seeing everybody checking in. We've got Michigan and Chicago and Vegas and people from all over. So thank you for sharing your time with us today. I promise I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to share a little bit about kind of your background and what you do there at Printify, and then we can jump into it.
Happy to do so. And folks, if you haven't noticed already, at Printify, we just launched a massive brand makeover. So it looks completely different. It's all to make the experience much more pleasurable for you, the merchant. So if you haven't seen it yet, go over to Printify.com, check it out. Just check out the new colors and the fonts and just the whole presentation. We spent a lot of money on it, so check it out. But my name is Martin. I'm the expert consultant here at Printify. And what is an expert consultant? Well, that's like a title they gave me because they didn't know what else to call me, because I came up in the industry working with Printify's biggest merchants. And so what was decided was to take all that knowledge that I learned working and making them even more successful, and then pass that on with like a megaphone to anybody willing to listen. So I host our live web show, the Clicks to Riches show, which Chris was gracious enough to guest on last week. You can check those out in the live section of our YouTube page. Stay here, but after you're done, go to our YouTube page and subscribe. And I consult on internal features and updates, and I sort of represent the merchants in those discussions and sort of make sure that your voice is heard as we're developing the next level of products and features at Printify. So and also host our live Q&A sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays that are open to everybody. You are all free to join me. So join me for those if you like. We're going to pop in a link here in just a little bit to those sessions. But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Very cool. Very cool. Thanks for sharing. Definitely check out those resources. Like you said, we'll reference them again in the future. But we were talking a little bit before we started here, and I didn't realize how you guys run your Q&As, and it's basically a open forum. Anybody can jump in and ask the expert any questions. So definitely take advantage of that, guys.
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to talk to a real person every once in a while. So so just know that resource is available for you.
Yeah, fantastic. Alrighty, you want to go ahead and get started? I know you got some slides here to pull up.
I have a whole presentation for you folks, so we'll just go ahead and get that started. Hopefully, I'm pushing the correct buttons here, and it will load up in just a minute. Because yes, again, I get to talk about two of my favorite subjects: maximizing your profit potential during the holiday season and selling customized products. Because I'll just start off with a stat here, because like the global market for personalized products last year was like $41 billion. and that's predicted to grow to 142 billion by the year 2032. So there's a lot of room to grow. And I want to compliment and congratulate all of you out there for entering into this space, because it is a massive growing part of the print on demand market, and it's one thing that print on demand merchants can do really, really well. So let's explore that. Okay. But first of all, what are we going to talk about today? So I'm just going to run through a little bit about what is print on demand, how does it work, and a little bit about our Printify's commitment to your success. Then we're going to get through all that as quickly as possible, and then we're going to talk about the meat and potatoes of how to be successful in Q4. We'll talk about popular products. We'll talk about different customer types, key upcoming dates, and those tips and tricks that everybody loves to hear. So what is print on demand? Well, it's like drop shipping, of course, but it's like way better, because you have a direct influence on your products, meaning you can upload a custom design and really tailor them to appeal to your target customers. But the process works kind of like this. And if you'd want to follow along with me, let's start in the lower left-hand corner with the end customer. Well, they connect with you, the store owner, who has a marketplace, either on Etsy or Shopify or what have you. And that marketplace is integrated with your Printify account. You create your products on Printify, upload them to your storefront. Your customer loves them. They buy them. That information is synced with our vendors all across the world. They print, package, and ship, send it to your customer. They love it. They buy more, rinse and repeat, and the cycle goes on and on and on. And we allow you to make it your way. It's a very basic process at its core. You select a product, you add a design, you start selling, and then you reap the benefits. But the important thing to understand here, and what separates us from our competition, is we don't give you a one-size-fits-all model. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But we allow you to pick and choose the customized business experience you want for yourself and your customers. And that, I think, is why we do it better than anybody else. We have 900 plus products. We have a track record of performance, and we have print locations all over the globe with only a few exceptions. And at the end of the day, it's the fastest way to launch, test, and manage your new products, because you don't have to have a warehouse full of your products on hand and then ship them out accordingly. So the startup costs are super, super low. You don't have the hassle of dealing with that inventory, and you're not going to be stuck with a massive amount of products you're not going to be able to sell. And that's because every item is made to order. Nothing is made until your customer purchases a product from your store, which is very, very environmentally friendly, which is super important these days. We use 100% water-based inks. There's toxin-free packaging, that no excess inventory that I mentioned previously, and we have mechanisms to have those products made as close to your customer's shipping address as possible, making the carbon footprint of your product as low as possible. And that is something you can include as part of your value proposition you present to your customers. Because if you raise that value proposition high enough, they're going to convert into paying customers. And we make these promises to you. First of all, we offer you the highest quality of products, because you're staking the reputation of your business on what we can provide. And that's a responsibility we take very, very seriously. We offer it to you at the lowest price possible, because if you can't do business and make money, well, then this entire process breaks down. So if you can't be profitable, then we're not doing our job. And the unrivaled selection, I mentioned previously that we have like 900 some products, and we're putting new ones up like all the time. So chances are, if your customers want to buy it, you can find it in our catalog. And then, of course, regardless of where your customers live on planet Earth, you can be sure that we can get it to their doorstep. So making every person on the planet your potential customer. And we support you at every step. We've got the best features, some of those features I mentioned about being able to route orders as close to your customer's shipping address as possible, our custom branding, which I'll get to a little bit later, and just too much to even mention. I could literally take up our entire discussion today just talking about the features that we offer, okay? Plus the educational resources. We mentioned the live Q&A sessions beforehand. We just launched something new called the Sellers Club. We've got live 24/7 chat support, and like live events. Like recently we had our Clicks to Riches show that Chris joined us for, that is live on YouTube, and we have when we cover the latest breaking news in print on demand, and have guest features and live Q&A sessions, so you can interact with them and get your questions answered. And we just a couple of weeks ago had our the biggest live event in the history of print on demand with our Amplified event, where we brought in people from every single corner of this industry, all with the goal of making sure you have the knowledge you need to drive your business forward. And speaking of business, we offer you custom business solutions like bulk discounts and product transfer. If you're selling somewhere else and you want to move that over to Printify, we'll do the heavy lifting for you. And for high volume merchants, dedicated success managers. So no need to worry. We've got you covered at every step of the merchant journey. Plus, you can integrate with the best solutions for your business, like AnywherePOD. For you people out there doing customized products, no problem. Integrate with the solutions that work for you. Leverage the power of not only AnywherePOD, but also Printify to provide your customers with a positive experience, and they'll be coming back for more and more and more. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you can say goodbye to those warehousing costs. Don't worry about running out of stock. You can leverage the power of our 110 print provider network so that you can source products regardless of stock levels at either one. Test and launch these new products with ease, which is going to be one of the main advantages you have over those big players, is that you can get out to market a lot faster than they ever could dream about. Okay. And that allows you to quickly respond to those market trends. If something happens in the cultural zeitgeist, you're only limited by the time it takes you to come up with a design that addresses that, or a concept for a customized product, and then you can be in market in literally minutes and be selling on the upswing of those trends, rather than on the downswing, and get out in front of your competition. Scale internationally, of course. Make every person on planet Earth your potential customer, and above all else, we give you the confidence to know that when that customer of yours places an order, we're going to be there to provide them with a quality product, because sometimes you're paying for ads, or you're paying for email marketing. So when you're coming out of pocket for that kind of stuff, well, you got to know that you have a partner that is going to allow you to make a return on that investment. Okay. But ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what we came here to talk about. Let's talk about selling during Q4, selling personalized products. And I'm kind of known as like Mr. Q4 around the office, because this is the time of year when I get super excited, because it's the best time of year for you to be a print-on-demand merchant. It's also because it's the busiest time. There will be, you will see demand like at no other time of the year, and like the order volumes are going to be crazy. There's going to be, and along with that, you're going to be interacting with more customers and be dealing with their questions and their inquiries and their issues. There's going to be an increase in production time for most things, not everything, but most things that you have to be aware of. Okay, and the system itself is stretched to the max, the logistical system, the stocking system, and things like that. So you have to ready yourself for delays or possible cancellations. Now, are you going to be able to make every single sale? Are you going to be able to make every single customer happy? Well, that's the goal, but likely because of the nature of the season, you got to be prepared for those eventualities when, for whatever reason, okay, that sale is going to have to be postponed for a later date, and expect the unexpected. So if you are able to pivot and make sure that you can solve your customers' solutions quickly, then you're going to be coming out ahead. Now, this map here illustrates my next point, because when I talk about the holiday season, okay, we've got Halloween coming up, but when I talk about the holiday season, what I'm really talking about is the time of year that starts right after the first week of November and that ends about midway through December. Okay, that little window is when demand goes crazy, and you'll be able to capture all those sales. It's such a small time of the year. So it really matters what you do in the run up to that, and then how you perform and how you perform during that season, because once it's over, you got to wait a whole year for that to come back. Okay. And what I mean by the dates changing from year to year, the pattern stays the same because Thanksgiving is on a different day every single year. This year it's happening a little bit later. It's on the 29th this year. So that pushes those dates, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, a little bit later into the month. And that may factor in to your to the message that you send out to your customers. And I'll get into a little bit about what I mean in just a minute. Because you have to realize that you're not dealing with just one customer during the season, but there's going to be three different personality types, or excuse me, rather psychological types that are going to be buying during that very limited window. Like right now, we have the early birds. Those are the people that are doing their Christmas shopping right now. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if any of you have already done at least purchased one Christmas gift, because that's not me. But if you're one of the early birds, let us know, because these kind of people have all the time in the world. They're not going to be swayed by flash deals or like, hey, hurry up and buy now. The next 5 customers are going to get a 20% discount, because they can pick and choose from amongst the entire network of your competition. Then you have the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal hunters. Now, these are the people that know that there's going to be sale after sale after sale during that crazy time of the year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, right after Thanksgiving. They expect a deal. And if you're not offering them a deal, then they're definitely going to be able to find that with your competition. Okay. And one caveat here is that this is the one time of the Christmas season when people also buy for themselves. Usually they're in gift giving mode and they're buying for everybody else, those presents that they're giving for Hanukkah or putting underneath the tree. But here they're also looking for something themselves. So as you're crafting your message or your value proposition, just know you might have to adjust it at various points of the year, or various points of the season rather. And then you have people like me, the procrastinators, that wait till the last minute every single year. There's got to be some other procrastinators here in the chat. I think it's Chris.
Yeah,
your hand is
definitely.
up. We're always surprised that Christmas is on the 25th of December. Like we don't know that, but at the last minute, we got to buy stuff for our kids. We got to buy stuff for my wife's mom and all that stuff. So those are the kind of people you'll be able to bring in with, hurry up and buy now, limited time offer, countdown clocks, things like that, because they want, and actually they have a little bit more to spend because they want to make sure that they get all of those names checked off of their list. So just keep in mind that you're dealing with 3 different types of customers at different points of that year. So it's not a set it and forget it message, but you may have to adjust that to appeal to those different psychological types that are purchasing during that crazy hectic season. And then we can just go over the dates here quickly. We've got Halloween. I think you still have a few days to capture a little bit of Halloween sales. I mean, like not much, but I mean, and when we talk about Halloween, we're talking about like decorative stuff, like, people want to decorate for Halloween, and like t-shirt sales always spike and things like that. But then there's Black Friday. Okay. I included some stats, but I think everybody here knows exactly what Black Friday is all about. And of course, Cyber Monday, which I mean, every year for online sales, it like goes back and forth between Cyber Monday is the bigger day or Black Friday is the bigger day, but it doesn't really matter, because those days are definitely something you want to mark on your calendar and make yourself available for. Okay. And of course, Christmas Day. But one thing I didn't include on here that makes this year even more special is there's an election going on in the United States. Okay, and right after Halloween, there's going to be an election. So people, like right now, we're seeing like a spike in yard signs. So because people want to show their support for either candidate. So there's all these sort of little events that are going on in between these big major events that happen every year that you can take advantage of as a print-on-demand merchant. But let's shift gear and talk about popular products. Okay. Now, I took this data from our sales figures last year because likely you will see this pattern continue. And for the most part, the products that are popular most of the year, your t-shirts, your sweatshirts, hoodies, and mugs and things like that, are also still popular during Q4, only more so. Okay, because these are the types of products that people want to buy from print on demand sellers like you. So if we just go through this quickly, of course, you're going to see t-shirts at the top, namely the Gildan 5000 and Bella Canvas 3001, the two most popular t-shirts on the market. And if you want to talk about t-shirts, that's another subject I could literally talk for hours on. And then sweatshirts. Like last year, we saw like sweatshirts are always popular. I mean, it's winter, people are cold. We see sweatshirts and hoodie sales spike when the weather gets cold. But like last year, I dubbed the year of the sweatshirt because massive increase in sweatshirt sales last year. And then, of course, ornaments. Folks, if you are not selling ornaments during the Christmas season, you are leaving money on the table. And if you can offer personalized ornaments, oh my goodness, you are setting yourself up to capture sales you just wouldn't be able to capture otherwise, because you're not going to be able to sell a ceramic ornament at any other time of the year. And then again, once that season is over, then forget about it. You got to wait till next year. And ornaments are one of those products that's relatively low in price and shipping, that you can put a large amount of markup on to capture a lot of profit. Okay. And then if you notice how many times mugs appears in this list, you got 11-ounce ceramic mugs in white, accent coffee mugs, ceramic mugs 15-ounce in white, ceramic mugs 11-ounce black. Like if we put that all into one category, well, that would move it up the list. But yeah, mugs and soy candles, those are very, very safe gifts. Like if you have someone coming for Christmas, you've got your great aunt who you haven't seen in 10 years, and she's coming for Christmas. Well, what are you going to get her? Well, it's real safe to get them a mug or a scented candle. And again, these are perfect for personalization. Okay. And then journals and stickers and things like that, where like you can go down to the Walmart and get stickers and journals for pennies for stickers, or just a few bucks for journals. But you, as the print on demand merchant, and if you can add some personalization to it, offer something that they can't get at the Walmart down the street. I'm always surprised on how well these sell. Okay. And then socks, great for personalization. And then the last thing I wanted to put on here and discuss with you folks is wrapping paper. Although it's not one of the most popular products, this is something I've been saying for years. I've been telling to anybody that wants to listen that I think the potential for personalized wrapping paper is immense. And just last year, we saw a huge increase in wrapping paper sales. So, and I expect that trend to continue. So do with that information what you will, people. Okay. So there we go. For the most part, the most popular products all year, with the exception of ceramic ornaments and things like that, are still popular. But do yourself a favor and sell some of the best sellers. So let's get into some strategies for success during the holiday season. And the first one I want to talk about is free shipping. Okay. Now, this is a discussion I have with merchants all the time. Should I offer free shipping or shouldn't I offer free shipping? And I've spoken with very successful merchants on both sides of the fence that swear by it, and some that say, don't bother, it's fine. I'm sort of in the camp of, especially during the holiday season, to offer free shipping, because if you can get a customer hooked and into the checkout process, well, hitting customers with that shipping charge during the checkout process is the number one reason for cart abandonment. So if you could shepherd them through the process without that price increasing, you're more likely to convert them into a paying customer. And it gives you the opportunity to use the word free in your value proposition. And both psychologically and both consciously and subconsciously, that plays big on your customer. Everybody loves the word free. Everybody loves getting something for free. Although we all know there's no such thing as free shipping, because it's got to be paid for somehow. Being able to use that word free is going to be able to allow you to push more customers into being paying customers. So what are these free shipping options? Well, you can offer free shipping on all your orders, which is fine. Fold that shipping price into your retail price. You can offer it for a limited time, capture some of those procrastinators, or make that part of your value proposition at different points of the season. Free shipping to first-time customers if you have that sort of functionality in your sales channel. But offering free shipping on orders over a specific amount might be the most popular way to offer free shipping. Like if your average order is like $50, then pushing your customers to purchase a little bit more. If you set that free shipping threshold at like $60, it's going to entice them to buy just a little bit more because they want to get something for free. Okay, and then also you can offer it when they offer a specific amount of items or a specific item themselves, or offer it to like all U.S. orders are free shipping today. I had a merchant that I work with that would run a special saying all U.S. orders have free shipping this week only. Well, guess what? 99% of all of his customers were in the U.S. So it's just a way to present that free shipping a little bit differently. All right, and these are for those procrastinators. Create those limited time offers. People are driven by a fear of missing out. They don't want to miss out on that value. Okay, there's countdown timers. You can offer them for specific products like your best sellers. Okay, if you have the functionality for first-time purchasers, well then there you go. That's a way to get people into the funnel and get them to be customers, provide them with a positive experience, and then retarget them at a later date. And folks, I mentioned before about that you're going to be dealing with more customers than you are used to during the rest of the year. Please overemphasize your customer service. Okay, even if you don't have a solution for them. Okay, someone reaches out about an issue, you don't have the solution for them, just get back to them right away and say, you've been heard. Thank you for reaching out. I'll get back to you with an answer as soon as possible. Okay, don't leave them hanging, because these people, because this influx of customers that you're going to have, well, you want to turn them into repeat customers the rest of the year, and that's how you snowball your sales. Okay, so make yourself available. If you have to hire help, maybe your little sister's home from college, you say, hey, can you deal with these inquiries for a couple hours a day, slide you a little bit of money so that you can focus on growing your business or adjusting your value proposition. Okay, but please overemphasize customer service. And I always liken it like this. Okay, treat them like your crush. Let them know you're interested, but don't come on too strong. Okay, and I have some suggestions on exactly how you can do that. Okay, the branding options. Now, this is how you take that customer service experience to the next level. Okay, for those of you on Etsy, we have the gift messages. You can also use the neck labels and sleeve prints to sort of brand your products, so that your branding exists in their closet all year long. So as they're rifling through their t-shirts, they're like, oh yeah, I remember that store. What's up with them? And then they come back to you. But package inserts now. These are only going to cost you like literally pennies. Okay. And it's a way for you to, and a package insert is for some products through some of our print providers, you have the ability to have a custom printed package insert inserted into the package, so that when your customer receives their product, they not only get their beautiful hoodie, but they also get a customized message from you. And at the very least, just say, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting small business. I really appreciate it. Things like that. You can put a discount code on there for future business, or a QR code that leads them back to leave a review, something like that, or your social medias. But it's a way to just let your customer know that their business is appreciated, and they'll be like, oh, that's kind of cool. And you can brand that, and you can put whatever sort of design. It's fully customizable, and again, it's only pennies. So just consider that sort of an option this year, even if you don't keep that for the beyond the holiday season. It's definitely something to elevate. It's definitely something to consider to elevate that customer experience. And for those of you out there that are thinking about pulling the trigger on that marketing, well, now is the time to do it. Now, there's going to be no more expensive time of the year to buy ads than the Christmas season, but it's a way to drive a lot of traffic to your listings or to your store. Okay, so consider increasing that advertising budget, and even if you don't have that budget, get active on social media. We did a whole presentation on the Clicks to Riches show a couple of months ago on how you can leverage those how you can leverage social media to drive traffic to an online business. And the cool thing is that 95% of the strategies we covered are 100% free. So being active and participating on social media is a great way to start snowballing your success and then adding to your war chest. So when it's time to buy those ads, you have something to draw from. Okay. And then coordinate, if you are running ads, coordinate everything so that it launches at once. So you're hitting your customer from multiple angles, like, and especially if they like miss that email, well, then you can hit them with that social media post, or hit them with both so that they get it from both sides and be like, yeah, okay, I'll check it out. Okay. But above all else, make sure you know your customers, you know what they want, and know the online spaces in which you can reach them. Okay. Because if you don't know that, then save your money, because you'll just be throwing it away if you're buying ads. Okay. Know thy customer. And one special tactic that I would often encourage my merchants that I work with to do is open a holiday specific store. You just open up a store that's just all about Halloween, and try to come up with some interesting Halloween specific stuff, or like Christmas stuff. Like I had a guy that opened up a Christmas store, but it was all like Scandinavian themed stuff. Okay. But he marketed it to the US, and that stuff's super popular, or it was a couple years ago. I don't know if it still is, but yeah, he did business like gangbusters. Okay. So, and this sort of is aside from your business, and from your usual business. So what this does is it opens up another area, another revenue stream for you to capitalize on during the holiday season. And folks, speaking of value proposition, connecting your store to a cause, donating a portion of your profits to charity, is a great way to not only do something for a cause that is near and dear to your heart, but it also raises that value proposition in the mind of your customers. If your customer is faced with a similar product for a similar price, but one merchant is going to offer a portion of that profits to a local animal shelter, or to a worthy cause, well, they're more likely to choose that business that's sharing some of their profits. After all, it is the season of giving. Okay. And you get to feel good knowing that you are giving money to a worthy cause. Your customers feel good about their purchase, and you get to drum up more sales. But but what you really have to consider is optimizing your store and your listings. Okay. And this is another topic we can go on for hours and hours on, but your customers need to know about your deals. If you're offering great customer service, if you're offering customization, don't keep it a secret, folks. Excuse me. Don't keep it a secret. They have to know about it. I had a conversation once with a merchant where I was convincing them that they need to go all in on customer service. And yet I couldn't find anything about that on their storefront. I'm like, are you offering great customer service? Yes, I'm prioritizing that. Okay, well, let your customers know about it. Okay. Put your top selling products front and center above the fold. And above the fold is like right when somebody lands on your storefront, okay, without scrolling down, what do they see? Okay, put that stuff out there, because if they don't see anything that they like, well, then they're just going to go on to your competition. Okay. And this is especially useful if you're selling on Etsy or a marketplace. Put some holiday specific keywords into your listings. You're going to have to go back and review. Make use of a keyword research tool. There's many of them out there. There's eRank, Sales Samurai, and Marmalade, what have you. Okay. But identify how people use that search function on those marketplace, and then adjust things accordingly. Okay. And then make sure everything's mobile friendly, because more and more people are buying things on their phone. So what should we take away from today's conversation? Well, start prepping early. If you're not prepping now, yeah, get on that. Okay. Because again, once that window is open for crazy holiday sales, your prep time is over, and it's game time. Think about those different customer types and what is going to draw them in, what kind of a value proposition you're going to be offering them to lure them to convert them into paying customers at those different times of the year. Double down on customer service. Reach out quickly. Even if you don't have an answer, just let them know that they've been heard. Optimize those storefronts and those listings, and add some of our best sellers to your store. Do yourself a favor, sell the products that people want to buy from print-on-demand sellers. And customize those products. Again, people are in gift giving mode, and you'll be able to offer them that experience because they're going to be buying for somebody else, and they want to make it special for the people that they are buying for. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just about ready to wrap this up. Join me for my live Q&A sessions. I'd love to have you. But I want to give away a little bit of a coupon code here. It's Printify Anywhere, all one word, all uppercase. You put this into the coupon section of your Printify account. Sign up today. You'll get 2 months of our Printify Premium service for free. Now, Printify Premium is our subscription service that costs you $29 a month, but gives you instant access to extra features and an instant 20% discount on every single product you fulfill with Printify. So if you're doing business at I think it's like $150 a month, it pays for itself and it's a no-brainer. But here, for you folks that are just starting with Printify, this is how you get that best price right out of the gate. Anywhere, Printify Anywhere, all spelled just like this. And I think we're going to give it away a little bit later in today's discussion. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring this information to you, have this discussion. I'm totally going to enjoy answering your questions in the Q&A part. So get those questions ready. And again, just thank you for allowing me to join you on this live stream today. It was an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to the rest of today's live stream.
Yeah, that's excellent, Martin. Thanks for all the great information there. And make sure everybody take advantage of that coupon code. That's 2 months free. That's going to take you right into the middle of December. It's going to take you through the holiday season where you're getting that peak sales like he was talking about. So this is excellent timing. If you haven't taken advantage of that yet, make sure to take advantage of that. We're now going to go through, get your questions ready. We are going to make sure to answer as many questions as we can. I wanted to run through a quick demo for you guys, though, of AnywherePOD. I know we have, some people on here that are familiar with what we do and what we offer, but I'm sure we have quite a few new users here as well. So I want to run through a quick demo for you guys on a personalized Christmas ornament that you can easily and quickly create in AnywherePOD and make available on Shopify or Etsy or both platforms if you're somebody that is selling on both of those platforms. So let me pull up my screen here and we'll get started on that here. Let's go to right here. Alrighty. Make sure we're sharing here. Perfect. Okay, so this is the ornament that we're going to work on today. Kind of wanted to show you where we were going before I got started here. So this is just a Shopify store that I have here for testing. We're going to do this again. You'll be able to publish this to Etsy or to Shopify. You can see here they can select from the number of names that they want to show on the ornament. So this is like, our first Christmas as a family of 3 or 4. You'd probably want to go ahead and add, up to 5 and 6. And then they can enter in the text names that they want for to show up under for each name that they've added and selected there. So that's what we're going to be working on. So let's jump over to AnywherePOD and we'll walk through how to get all that set up and created. Should only take a couple of minutes. So this is AnywherePOD. For those that aren't familiar with it, I'm already connected here to my Printify account. Super, super easy to set up and get connected to Printify. You really just need to click approve on that. So I will say too, if you are kind of new and just getting started, don't be afraid to reach out to our customer support, providing excellent customer support. Like Martin was saying, you guys need to your customers. That's definitely a business value of AnywherePOD as well. And something that we really put a lot of effort into answering everybody's questions as soon as possible, usually within a few hours and always daily. So make sure to reach out to us. We're also happy to do one-on-one onboarding, help you get your first listing set up. Anything we can do to help make sure that you're as successful as possible. So let's get into this ornament here. I'm just going to come up here to the product catalog and we're going to go over to our ornament section here. And you'll see this process is very similar to what you would do when you're creating a product directly on Printify. You're going to browse the catalog, select the product that you want to start designing. In this case, we're going to do this ornament here at the top. So we'll go to Start Designing. And here I'm going to go ahead and upload my artwork to get started. So what I've done is designed this artwork in Canva, and then I just exported that artwork without the personalization fields on it because I needed to find those personalization fields in AnywherePOD to get started. So in this case, we're just going to do our circle ornament, and then we're going to need some text fields here to go underneath the trees here. So we're over here under Add Layers. We're just going to click on Add Text. And we're going to do the mommy first and kind of put it down here. And we'll change our font here and we'll shrink this down so it fits pretty well underneath this tree and kind of stays within all of the borders how we want it. And we'll mark that as personalized. Now we just need 2 more that kind of match that to go under our 2 other trees here. So I'm just going to click on duplicate here on the right. And that's going to give me another one here that I can move under my second tree here. And then we'll just do 1 more for the dad here on the left. And all those are set up, marked as personalized and good to go. So all we need to do now is click on Create Product down here at the bottom. Now this is going to go through and generate the artwork for us with that placeholder text on it that we just set up. And then the other really cool thing that we do is that we get all of the mockups that are available from Printify are automatically generated and available to you in AnywherePOD. So you don't have to worry about going and doing any extra work, downloading mockups, bringing them back in here, getting them from Printify, anything like that. Everything that you have available from Printify is available in your AnywherePOD account here. We also have your own custom mockup templates. If you're doing your own mockups, you can generate those on the fly in AnywherePOD as well, which we have videos on that if you're interested on how to do that. So here we have, again, just one text personalization. This is going to be for our family of 3. We're also going to add a family of 4. So to do that, I'm going to change my variants here. So instead of color, I want this to be, we'll just call this style. And then here we'll say family of 3. So this is going to be the selection that they're able to make right from the drop down in Etsy or Shopify. So you're able to essentially add a layer of personalization right in the Etsy variant selection. This is great for doing artwork combination like this. Also works well for doing group listings if you want to add other products. Really, the possibilities of what you're able to do with add variants functionality that I'm about to show you is endless. I mean, you can really do anything that you want with this variant section. It makes it very, very simple for the customer to purchase and automate the entire process for you so you can really excel above everybody else. So here we have our family of 3. We need to now add our family of 4. So to do that, we're going to click on Add Variants here. It's going to take us back to the product catalog where we can select that same product that we just created. So we'll go to Start Designing on that again. Now I've already got my text fields, 3 of them already added. So I can instead of re-uploading and setting everything up from scratch, what I'm going to do is click Add from Library here. And I'm going to click that last design that I just created. And it's going to preload everything in here for me. So we'll select our circle at the top. And now I just need to swap out the artwork here and upload my family of 4 design. And you can see here, same design, but it says family of 4, and we've got 4 trees. So we just need to rearrange our text fields here. They're already here. And then we need to just add 1 more. Like so. We'll call this one Jack. And that's it. We're all set. So we'll go to Update Product. And then the last step that we need to do is come down here to the bottom, and we'll call this family of 4. And there we go, just like that. So just in a couple of minutes, we have a hyper personalized Christmas ornament that's available to be published, like I said, to Shopify or Etsy. Of course, you can go through and make any of the other changes here that you want to, from title or description. You can put your tags in here. We have a nice little tag analyzer here that you can utilize as well. You can generate a video from your listing, all right inside Anywhere POD, so that when you're ready to publish this to Etsy or to Shopify, you're ready to actually start getting sales right away. So that's a quick overview of Anywhere POD. Like I said, if this is your first time kind of seeing it, or you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us. Down here in the bottom right of your account, you'll see there's a contact us form here. You can click on that. That'll go straight to our customer support, and we can help answer your question, do a one-on-one, jump on a call with you. Like I said, whatever we need to do to help make sure that you're as successful as possible. So that's our quick demo there. And let me pull up. Here we go. So we have a coupon code for everybody. If you are new to Anywhere POD and you want to get signed up, Click to Riches is the coupon code, since we have Martin here from Click to Riches. Go when you sign up for Anywhere POD, when you sign up for your subscription, this will either give you 1 month free of our Pro Plus subscription, or it'll take an additional discount off of our annual subscription, giving you 4 total months free on our annual subscription. So make sure to grab that. That's for our Pro Plus plan. Our basic plans start at just $10 a month. And we give you free orders every month too. So, we're not taking and kind of get in the middle of any of the profit or anything like that. So make sure to jump in and take advantage of that as well. All right, now Martin and I's favorite part. I've got those coupon codes still listed up on the screen for you. So if you guys didn't get a chance to jot those down, you have the ability to now, and happy to answer any questions. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to start dropping those in the chat, and Martin and I will kind of start grabbing them and going through them here.
Wonderful. And just let me say, if you're already signed up for Printify Premium and you still want to use this code, save yourself a little bit of money, just simply remove yourself or just cancel your Printify Premium, and then enter the code. Boom, then you're re-enrolled right in there. And then as soon as the 2 months are over, boom, just sign up back again. Save yourself almost $60.
Awesome. That's good to know. Very cool. All right, and that's someone was asking when that coupon code is available. That's available now, right? They can start signing up.
Exactly.
Use that right away.
Go right to your Printify account right now, into the wallet section. Go to coupons, and go to wallet payments, and then scroll down to where it says coupons and put it in right there. You can do it right now.
Perfect. All right. Let's see. Patty was asking for our support email. So I think I showed it is in the bottom right. You can click that contact us, or you can send us an email to support@anywherepod.com. Looks like Kobe's maybe having an issue with that coupon code. Printify Anywhere.
No, you should be able. Anybody should be able to use it. But just double check that you're not already a premium member, because then it won't work. So then just de-enroll yourself in the program, cancel it, and then you should have no issues.
Perfect.
But if for whatever reason it's still not working, just give it an hour or try it in the morning. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Perfect. Sabrina was asking about the APOD code. You might want to reach out to our support on that, depending on when you've signed up for Anywhere POD, because we've gone through some pricing structure changes. So reach out to us if you have a question on that, and we'll see if there's anything we can do there for you. Bonnie is asking, are custom text fields adapting to the length of the text? Yes, so we give you that option. By default, we'll have it set up for what we call dynamic text. So as you saw when I was adjusting the box that the text fits into, if they type longer text, it'll automatically shrink down to still stay within that area. You can also set a limit and a character limit and a fixed size if you want to. So if you want to make sure that all of the text entered stays at a certain size, you can set a character limit and actually set an actual font size to keep it exactly where you want it to be. Joseph is asking, can you sign up for Printify Premium through AnywherePOD with coupon code? So you'll need to go for Printify Premium. You need to log into your Printify account and sign up for that premium subscription through there.
Correct.
So Patty had a little tip here. Well, there we go. That she wanted to share. Happy to share my 5-star tip for orders after December 15th. I always thank them and reassure them that they will do everything we can to get their products to them before the holidays. Yes, I think Patty's in particular referring to that kind of gray period, right? Because you're going to be accepting orders, past shipping deadlines. So as we get into December, Printify will publish, hey, here's the holiday cutoff. Any orders that we receive before this date will get to your customer before Christmas. Customers don't stop buying, right? Because like Martin said, we're procrastinators. There's a lot of husbands out there that are still looking for presents for their wife the night before. I'm not going to admit to ever doing that officially, but that happens, right? So you don't want to stop taking orders. Obviously, you're going to keep your orders running. But Patty's saying, let them know you're still going to do. There's still a lot of orders even after that, depending on where they're located, where it's shipping from, production times. Just because it's past the cutoff doesn't mean it's not going to be received in time for Christmas. It can still happen. I don't know if you have any other input on that, Martin.
Yeah, I'd love to add a little bit of little something to Patty's comment there. Is like, yes, we do publish our recommended cutoff dates, where if your customer orders by a certain date, they have a reasonable expectation to assume that product will be there in time to go underneath the Christmas tree. But we also have a program called Printify Express, and it's the fastest way any print-on-demand merchant can get a product directly to their customer's doorstep. Now, it's available with the two most popular products in the entire print-on-demand world. That's the Bella Canvas 3001 and the Gildan 5000 in the continental United States, where if your customer purchases it, they can get it to their doorstep in 2 to 3 business days. So that allows you to extend your sales season past the recommended sales cutoff dates. And how many procrastinators are you going to make happy by being able to service their procrastinating needs up until 2 to 3 business days before Christmas? So that's something you should definitely consider.
Yeah, that's great. I'm always surprised at we always think, oh, it's Christmas, sales are over, but you still kind of have an influx of sales even leading up to Christmas and the days after Christmas of the people that have, maybe it's a work Christmas party, maybe they're doing something separate with different families, local families one day, and you're doing the in-laws a week after Christmas or whatever. So there's still a fairly good sales volume, even after Christmas. Don't think, Christmas is here, we're done. You still need to stay on top of everything you have going on.
Exactly. And some of our print providers, like I remember a couple years back, we had a couple print providers that they're just flying through orders. Like they've had no problems with their machines. They're fully staffed, and they contact us and say, hey, you can tell your merchants that you can sell like a couple extra days past our recommended cutoff date, because that order is going to get through super quickly. So when that happens, we'll communicate that with you so you can extend your sales window a couple days, and that's just extra money in your pocket.
Yeah, that's great. And that's something, in the POD industry that vendors have really gotten a good job at is, I've been around working for POD vendors since 2016. And the holidays in 2016, let me tell you, are totally different than the holidays in 2024. The amount of processes that have been put in place and how much more they're able to keep up with orders during that spike in volume that they're able to adjust for a little bit more now during the holiday season. It's just, great time to be in the POD business for sure.
Yeah. Truer words have never been spoken, because they understand about that limited time window. So how they perform for you during that time is going to directly correlate to not only your profitability, but their profitability as well.
Exactly. Yep. Question here on Anywhere POD. What is Anywhere POD? I have two shops with Printify and a Printify Premium member. What are the benefits of Anywhere POD? Yeah, so I mean, just real quick, that quick demo I think covered some of our main features. We also have several videos on our YouTube channel, including an overview video. But our main thing that we do is the ability to automate personalization on Etsy and Shopify. So if you're wanting to do text or images or clip art or birth flowers or repeating name blankets, we do it all. We're able to handle all of that on both platforms. We also have a lot of kind of what I would call personalization adjacent features. One of our most popular ones you saw when I was doing the ad variants. So you're able to give the customer kind of a layer of personalization that they're able to customize right from the native variant drop downs inside of Etsy, making it super simple for the customer and also for you, not having to do a lot of manual work on fulfilling your orders. We have a lot of other features from video generation. We can do product bundles. We have a mockup generator. We have a Etsy tag analyzer tool. So a variety of different things that we can really kind of help augment, some of the POD functionality when you're working with Printify. So.
Yeah, it's all about streamlining the process. I mean, folks, you're going to be dealing with if you've done everything right, you're going to be dealing with a crazy amount of orders. So, do you want to do all that personalization yourself, or do you want to capture every single opportunity for sales you can? Well, it's really worth your time to consider a tool like Anywhere POD to sort of make sure that so that Anywhere POD is doing the heavy lifting for you, so that again you can maximize your potential during that very limited time.
Yep. So, I mean, personalization is all the rage. Etsy's basically promoting advertising personalization for you. People come to Etsy looking for personalized products. We're able to take that a step further and automate that process for you. So you're not having to retype names or copy and paste SKUs to do group listings or all that type of stuff. You can do what you do best, which is designing, creating, launching products, handling customer service, the things that are going to directly affect your sales, and not have to spend as much time building products, processing orders, and kind of the management tasks that we don't want to have to spend time on because it's not directly affecting sales. So if you can automate it, it pays for itself in the end. Let's see. Shonda says, so if you de-enroll in order to enroll in premium with a discount, would you lose any designs that you have under your original account?
No, that's not going to affect any designs you have. No,
Right.
you're fine.
You're basically for a few seconds temporarily going to the free Printify account and then just upgrading back up to the premium back to back.
Yeah, products designs not affected.
Yep. Patty said, in the meantime, here's a picture of your item. If the very worst happens, you can wrap that. Okay. So this was back to Patty's comment about getting close to that cutoff. Also kind of sending them a picture of their item so they have something to include in a package to unwrap if needed. If you customer service your Printify, cancel, I guess, a CX, your Printify subscription now, you can't add the code and resubscribe until your current plan ends. I have to wait until November 3rd. Gotcha.
Well, good news for you. That's only a little ways away. And then once November 3rd comes around, put that code in and there you go. 2 free months.
Yeah. And then that's 2 free months from November 3rd. So even better. Kobe got the code working. He changed Printify Anywhere to uppercase. So
Yes.
a little tip there. Let's see here. To upgrade the speed of shipping, so we do it in Anywhere POD or Printify. So right now, Anywhere POD does not yet have the ability to capture that upgraded shipping service, you might say. So we do have plans to add that, and that is in the works where you will be able to set that in your shipping profiles. We'll automatically detect that and be able to assign the upgraded shipping. That's not in place yet. So in the meantime, that's an upgrade that you would need to do on the Printify side.
Right. We have a button on your orders page for each order to upgrade that shipping now, but that's not a guarantee, folks, because, well, first of all, depending on the provider that you're using and their shipping carrier, they may or may not offer free shipping based on your customer's shipping address. But I encourage everyone to try, okay? And keep in mind that speed is the key, because orders are trying to get through production as quickly as possible. So there's a limited time when you're able to upgrade that shipping. Okay, so give it a try. If it works, it works. But just know it's not a guarantee every single time. Okay.
Yep. And keep in mind too. So correct me if I'm wrong here, Martin, but when an order comes in, they don't have to have it go on hold in Printify. As long as it hasn't shipped or gone out of production yet, they're still able to upgrade the shipping, right?
Yeah, that's a very good point. If it hasn't been sent to production yet, you are free to do with that order whatever you like. Change the change the products, change the shipping address, shipping, anything like that. Once it goes into production, that's when things get a little bit tricky. Thank you for that's
Perfect.
a very good
Yep.
point.
And so in Anywhere POD, most customers that are doing personalized products are going to have those orders set to be reviewed. You don't have to. You have the option of whether you want those to auto process or not. But if they don't auto process in Anywhere POD, you can set that per product. When that order comes in, if you want to upgrade it, you can release it to Printify and then just right away go in and be able to upgrade that in Printify. So your window is a little bit easier to manage in that regard.
Yes, it's a great service to offer for those those procrastinators like me and Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. If a buyer places an order on Etsy and then reaches out to pay to upgrade shipping speed, can we do it? So there's a little trick and workaround you can do that I know people have done before on Etsy, right? So what they're saying here, they've paid for standard shipping, but now they're saying, hey, I want express shipping. What I've done in the past is create a listing with a quantity of one, just with a placeholder image that's upgraded 2-day shipping. Put in there whatever the price is that you want to charge. Make sure to account for any of Etsy fees. You're still going to be paying the same 20-cent listing fee, all that percentage, everything like you do on everything else. And then just send that listing direct to the customer. Tell them it's up to upgrade to their shipping. Only thing with that, you have to make sure that you wait for them to purchase that before you go and upgrade their shipping, because customers are also notorious for not reading or answering your emails, even if they initiate the conversation. So you'll want to make sure that you're kind of balancing that. But if you want to do that, that's a good way to be able to ask for that.
Sure. And depending on how much you're paying for that upgraded shipping, I've worked with merchants in the past that, because it's not going to be like, it's not going to be a constant request. You might see it a little bit here and there. Some merchants just eat that cost in order to provide a positive customer experience, because again, if you make them happy this season, and just then there's a higher likelihood that you're going to get some return business from them. But I leave that up to you, and whatever works for your particular business strategy.
Yeah, and that's a good point, especially depending on the product, right? You
Mhm.
guys will notice the top products that Martin listed earlier. Those are all products that people ask the question all the time. Oh, is our T-shirt saturated? Is this saturated? But people don't really see the vast market that is out there, because all of those products that are top sellers are things that almost everybody buys, and almost everybody buys more than one of, right? Everybody
Mhm.
buys a T-shirt, and everybody in their life buys more than one T-shirt. I would almost guarantee it, right? So the market is huge because of that, because people are buying multiples. They're always in the market for a new one. Coffee mugs break, they get old, they get dirty. Candles you burn down, you got to buy another one. Wrapping paper, you wrap a present, well, you're going to be doing presents again next year. So those things that are almost consumables work really well, and is part of the reason why they're so popular.
Excellent point. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself.
So Patty says, I admit I am old, never heard of birth flowers before, but happy to join with this new trend. We'll need to Google to get a chart. Yeah, so birth flowers have been popular and trending for several years now. They do really, really well as gifts. Being able to select from a birth flower and then also include somebody's name on it, say on a journal, works really, really well, and is always really popular design.
Yeah, that seems like it'd be right in Etsy's wheelhouse too.
It really is. Yeah. Yeah. And it's nice because with Anywhere POD, you can add those 12 birth flowers right to the variant section. So all they have to do, select the month their kid was born from the variants, type in the name, Chris or John. It goes through. Super simple for the customer. They're not trying to type in a flower name or whatever. Super simple for the customer and very simple for you to get the right artwork sent out. Yeah, same thing with Diana here. Let's see. Shante, I concur. Chris and AnywherePOD customer service is bananas. I don't think Chris sleeps. I appreciate that. We try to offer the level of customer service that we always wish we had on software platforms we've used through the years. So 365 and Limited Boutique. What's the difference between Shine On, Printify, and Printful? Newbie here. Yeah, so I mean, those three are three different print providers. Printify obviously has a huge network of providers, huge network of products. They really give you a lot of choice in products and who actually fulfills them. So Shine On and Printify offer kind of a different selection of products, not quite to the range and level of some of the stuff that Martin does. In my opinion, especially since we're talking about Printify today. So anything else to add on that, Martin?
Yeah, well, I might be a little biased here, but I'd like to weigh in. Yeah, well, first of all, Printify, we allow you to be the freedom and flexibility to do business the way that you want to and provide the customer experience that you're looking for. Whereas some of our competition, like some that will remain nameless, give you sort of a one size fits all. And you're sort of, if you want to sell this product, you click, you sell, and that's pretty much it. For some people, that works. But for those of you that really want to customize that experience and really and provide the experience that you want to deliver, Printify is going to be your option. And then I encourage you to check out their prices because, well, we're going to come out on top. So go ahead, look around, and then once you've finally decided on Printify, use that Printify Anywhere code, get yourself some free premium.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and we integrate with multiple different providers. I appreciate Martin and all of his time today. So we try to meet you where you are. We know some people want to use more than one provider. Maybe you're doing some product that Printify doesn't happen to have in their catalog yet. So we still want to be able to meet you where you are on that with AnywherePOD as well. So yeah. Okay, Shante. Let's see here. Looking at AnywherePOD plans, how do bundles work? Yeah, so I probably don't have time to go into a detailed demo, but bundles essentially allow you to add more than one product to a listing. And then with one add to cart, the customer receives multiple items. So it can work for personalized or non-personalized items. I think the example in our YouTube video, if you want to look it up, is doing like a Mr. and Mrs. Glass. So you can do like a wine glass for Mrs., a beer glass for Mr., have the year, like an established year sort of thing. And then the customer is able to select what they want from that and be able, with one click, be able to buy it. So it's a great way to increase your average order value. Essentially gives the customer the choice: do I want the Mr. Glass, the Mrs. Glass, or do I want both? And makes it very simple to be able to do that. That works with any products. So if you're wanting to do a bundle, say the coffee that Printify now offers with a coffee mug, you can bundle those together. So here, buy the coffee, buy the mug, or get it as a bundle. Like I said, great way to increase average order value. And there's also a certain segment of customers that kind of have limits set in their mind of how much they want to spend on a specific gift, right? So they'll say, oh, for our niece, we're going to spend $50 on Christmas. If they can do that in one stop on your shop, that's all the better. And they don't have to then go around looking anywhere else for other things. So that's a quick rundown of bundles. Like I said, check out that YouTube channel. And if you have more questions, feel free to reach out to our support. Aaron here asks, quick question on candles. In the Facebook group, there's a lot of discussion about us needing additional insurance to sell candles. Is that true? If you don't know, can you help us find out? Thank you. You have any input on that, Martin?
Well, that's not a concern I've ever dealt with. Now, that doesn't mean that for some instances, like I don't know if Luxembourg has any like restrictions on that. But what I can say is that I've never worked with anybody for whom this has been a concern. But then again, there's so many different things going on in so many different parts of the world that I can't speak intelligently on all of them. So this is going to be a very unsatisfying answer because I'm basically saying, for the most part, yeah, from what I know, there's no issue, but with a little asterisk saying, who knows what's going on in every part of the world.
Perfect. Joseph says Anywhere POD is awesome. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate that. Samantha, quick question. Any chance you can chat with Taylor about the wine glasses that have made in China stamped on the bottom? I'm in Australia and we can get them from China without stamping. So I think she's asking Taylor POD if it's possible to see if they're able to not have made in China on the bottom.
Well, as far as I am aware, every product made in China by law has to be stamped with made in China on it. So I don't know if Taylor is going to be able to do anything about that and still be on the happy side of doing business with China. So I mean, I think we're just going to have to live with that one.
Yeah, sometimes there's certain things there that you just can't get around. If you do think that is an issue for you, I would make sure to make it clear in your listing. I don't know that you necessarily need to specify that it's made in China or make that big and bold, but I would make sure to state in there that it is printed or shipped from, all those sort of things in the USA, so that it's as clear as possible that a lot of people understand now there's a lot of blanks that get made in China, and that's just kind of the way it is. But the actual production and design process is all 100% US based. I think that's a good thing to call out. So, alrighty, I think we're about through all of the questions. If there's not any more, I'm gonna thank Martin again for his time today. Very much appreciated. It was great having you on and being able to catch up with everybody a little bit. And we really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me, Chris. And I just want to say thank you to your audience for allowing me to give my presentation. I enjoyed answering your questions. Use that promo code, sign up, get yourself some free premium. And I just want to leave you folks with another congratulations. I know I said congratulations for being in this customized products market, but it really is to your benefit to take advantage of the massive opportunity that is just going to grow year after year after year in this particular section of print on demand. So good for you and good luck this holiday season.
Fantastic. Thanks again. If anybody has any questions, always feel free. Like I said probably 10 times already, reach out to our support. We're happy to help answer any questions, take care of anything we can. Make sure to take advantage of both of those coupon codes. I dropped a link in the chat again just now to Martin's Ask Me Anything classes. Make sure to take advantage of that. That's a great thing that they do. Being able to have that conversation with, like Martin said, with a real human being is a huge plus. So make sure that you guys all take advantage of that as well. So with that, we'll end here. Thank you everybody for your time, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.